Hi, thanks for joining. My name is Chris Engel, and today I want to talk to you about what it means to be twice the citizen. Those individuals who are a veteran from prior service, are currently serving in the Guard or Reserve components, and also hold a GS position within the federal government. The military builds a community of individuals that carry powerful skills that would be supportive to any organization within the federal government. Let's dive into why being twice the citizen, both in the military and as a veteran, and working for the government would be a great benefit to anyone's career. There are specific hiring authorities and paths available to veterans. You can search these on opm.gov. Specifically, you'll want to look for these specific hiring authorities available to veteran applicants when looking at a job announcement on USA Jobs. For more on these specific authorities available to veterans, check out my YouTube playlist, How to Develop Your Federal Civilian Career as a Veteran. The military buyback is a great benefit. Each service member may have a unique situation based on their type and years of service. To apply, go to dfas.mil, that's dfas.mil, and search military buyback, and select the first option to follow the process that is applicable for your specific type of service. This will allow you to count your active duty service time towards your federal retirement. Let's talk about TRICARE. Are you a federal employee? Guess what? If you're enrolled into the Federal Employee Health Benefits Program and called to military duty, you may be able to continue coverage or elect to drop the coverage. Whichever situation best suits your service while serving in the military and while holding your federal position. Let's talk about reserve differential. This is a great way for those serving in the reserve or guard components and also hold the position as a federal civilian working for an agency. When they are called to duty or activated, they may make up to what they would otherwise make if they were still serving in their federal position while they are on orders. To activate this benefit, contact your servicing HR and payroll office for specifics on how you can request when you are called to active duty. There's a great leave out there called presidential leave, where federal civilian employees who are called to active duty in support of the overseas contingency operations are entitled to 5 days of excused absence upon their return from active duty. Your orders must be in support of an overseas mission. However, you can be supporting that mission stateside or overseas to qualify. Paid military leave. Any full-time federal civilian employee whose appointment is not limited to 1 year is entitled to military leave. A full-time employee working a 40-hour work week will accrue 120 hours of military leave per fiscal year, or the equivalent of 3 40-hour work weeks. This is a way for you to make both your military duty pay and pay for 120 hours that you would normally make as a federal employee working for any agency. There is also a way to get 22 additional days of military leave. There are 2 conditions under which employees are entitled to an additional 22 days of military leave under the provisions of 5 U.S.C. 6323 Section B. Specifically, reservists or National Guard members who perform military duty in support of civil authorities in the protection of life and property are eligible for an additional 22 workdays of military leave. This is very specific to the type of orders that you are activated on for Reserve or National Guard components. Again, to see if this benefit applies to you, contact your servicing HR and payroll office to request this benefit. Retirement options. Let's talk about a few questions. Can I retire from the military and receive both my retirement pay and my federal pay from my government job? Yes. You can work for the military, retire, receive your retirement from active duty retirement, and then start a new career with any agency and receive both payments. Can I receive 2 retirements at the same time? No. However, you can choose to buy back your military time, referencing the military buyback on the previous slide, to count towards your federal time as a civilian, or you can choose to start your time over as a federal employee after retiring as a military service member. But wait, there's more. Can I have 2 retirements without working for 2 entries? Yes. You can work for the government as a civilian and count your service towards their retirement. At the same time, you can drill with your Guard or Reserve unit and count your service towards that retirement. Side note, you can count any time you were activated in the Guard or Reserve components toward your federal civilian retirement. Next benefit I want to share with you is disabled veteran leave. This one is very specific and has a short timeline. Under the Wounded Warriors Federal Leave Act of 2015, an employee hired on or after November 5th, 2016, who is a veteran with a service-connected disability rating of 30% or more from the VBA of the Department of Veterans Affairs, is entitled up to 104 hours of disabled veteran leave for the purpose of undergoing medical treatment for such disability. A couple things to keep in mind. Disabled veteran leave is a one-time benefit provided to an eligible employee. The employee will have a single continuous 12-month eligibility period, beginning on the first day of employment, in which to use the leave, or it will be forfeited with no opportunity to carry the leave over into the next coming years. What does that mean? When you first get your federal position as a civilian federal employee, you will have 1 year from your effective date to use this benefit, and you must have a rating from the VA of 30% or more. Here's a couple things to keep in mind. How do I use these benefits? These benefits are offered to all federal agencies, to both veterans and current service members serving in the Guard and Reserve components. What I recommend to you is ask the agency HR and payroll for a list of benefit options specifically for veterans and current service members. Ask for the request process and what documents are required. Communicate with your supervisor your plans for drill weekends, deployments, and leave as early as possible. You are your biggest advocate. Ask, communicate, and provide the documentation to support your requests. Remember, you can have it all being twice the citizen, serving both in the military and the federal government to really get the most out of your career. Best of luck to you all.